Hi guys and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to do my June wrap-up, and the first thing I wanted to mention is that I started this channel a year ago. I checked yesterday and the first video I posted was on July 1st of last year, so it's been a year since I've been filming these videos and I didn't expect to still be there, but I'm still here and I'm planning on still being here. So yeah, it's my 1-year booktube anniversary and I'm here today with my 13th wrap-up. So this month I read only 7 books. I mean, it's still great, but it's a bit less than what I've read in the past few months, and 4 of them were arcs I received from NetGalley. And without further ado, let's get into the books I read this month. The first one I read was One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus. I think that's her name. I'm really sorry if I got it wrong. So basically, if you haven't heard of this, it's a new release and follows 4 different characters who are together in detention when one of their classmates was murdered, at least died, and throughout the book they're all major suspects in his death. And throughout the book we get to know more of them and see them evolving and like trying to figure out who the real murderer is, and like it's a bit of a story told through different perspectives of unreliable narrators, which makes it really interesting. So I've linked my review in the description. I give this book 4 out of 5 stars and I really enjoyed it. I thought it had really interesting twists and I was pretty sure of who the murderer was from the beginning, but it still had some interesting twists and I really recommend it if you're into this kind of mystery thriller thing. Second book I read was a book I had to read for one of my classes. It's called In Berlin by Franz Hessel, sorry. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars as well, and it basically follows this man who lives in Berlin in the 1920s and who likes observing people and like writing about it. It's kind of interesting. I really enjoyed it because I'm living in Berlin at the moment and it's interesting to have like this kind of different perspectives. So yeah, if you're curious about this, then you should check it out. Next book I've read is called Love is Love by Mette Bach, and it basically follows this girl called Emmy who deals with body weight issues and anxiety, and while trying to get closer to one of the boys in her school, she gets into stuff she regrets and decides to move with her aunt and her uncle in Vancouver. And there she meets a friend of her cousin who is called Jude and is a trans boy, and she is instantly attracted to him. She really like feels some kind of connection and she really likes him, and the story follows the 2 of them as they grow closer and have to deal with some of their issues. It was an okay read, not my favorite. I mean, I really liked the concept of the book. I was a bit disappointed in how short the book was and how little we got to know about the characters. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, but like if the plot thing got you curious, maybe you can check it out as well. I will also link my review in the description. The next book I read was called Same Love by Tony Correa. This one is the story of a boy who is gay but is not out because his parents are Catholic, but he is outed by one of his friend's parents who sees him and like is like, oh my god, he's gay, whatever, which was really not a good moment for him, and his parents decide to send him to this Christian camp, and there he has to deal with all these people who think he should like be cured and everything, but he also falls in love with one of his bunkmates and it kind of follows their stories. But I found that this book had a lot of homophobia and also some racism and lots of issues that made me uncomfortable. I wrote a review for it, it's in the description. I talk about everything that made me uncomfortable. If you're curious about this book, maybe you can check out this review. I also read some interesting reviews about it on Goodreads. I thought that like it had a really great concept to start with. It could have been great, but I was overall really disappointed, and yeah. Next book I read was When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. It was the book of the month for the booktubers Goodreads group. I will link it in the description if you want to join us. So basically, this is a story of this girl called Dimple, who comes from an Indian family living in the United States, and her parents really want her to have this very good wedding, especially her mother, who thinks like the goal should be for her to find the ideal Indian husband, but she really doesn't want to do that. She's really into coding and want to do coding and go to college. She goes to this summer program about coding, but what she doesn't know is that her parents arranged for her like marriage prospect to go there as well, so they can meet and things can get started. His name is Rishi. He is like also coming from a very traditional Indian family, but the thing is, unlike Dimple, he's really into this whole arranged marriage thing, and he thinks she knows about it, and like it's a really really cute story, really cute contemporary. I really enjoyed it. I give it 5 out of 5 stars. I definitely recommend this book. I think it's a great summer read, and yeah, it was just like very swoon worthy and adorable. I absolutely love it. I also reviewed it, link in my description. The next book I read is called Lambs Can Always Become Lions by Charlotte Ann Hamilton. It was also recent release. I don't know where I heard about it, but as soon as I saw the blurb I was like, I need to read this book. It's basically a retelling of Robin Hood, except Robin is a girl and it's a lesbian romance, and also has a cast of diverse characters, which is something I discovered when I started the book, and I absolutely loved everything about it. It felt like, God, this was just all I had been waiting for. It was absolutely fantastic. It's kind of a short story, like it's novella, around like 100 pages, and there's gonna be a sequel. I reviewed it on my blog, link in my description. I absolutely loved everything about this book, honestly, and I give it 4 out of 5 stars. It was really great. I really recommend you check it out. And the last book I read was a graphic novel called Joyride, by Jackson Lansing, and it's like the first book in the series. I found about it on NetGalley and I decided why not check it out. So I read this. I really liked the drawings. The concept of the story was okay, kind of reminded me of Doctor Who, which was a nice surprise, but overall I was not that into the story. I don't know, I kind of felt like something was missing and I wasn't really connecting to the characters. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I'm probably not going to read the rest of the stories because I don't really care, honestly, which is a pity because I was kind of excited about it. But yeah, anyway, that's it for my reading wrap-up. I'm also currently reading Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I know I'm still reading this. The problem is I read a lot when I'm on the bus and on the transports, and I read therefore books on my Kindle, and like this book is absolutely huge, so I'm not carrying it around, which is why I'm still reading it, I guess. But I really love it though, so I really want to finish it. And I'm also listening to the audiobook for Outlander by Diana Gabaldon, which was one of the books I really wanted to check out this year, so I'm glad I'm finally reading it. And it's also like a very big book, which is why I haven't finished it yet. And I guess that's it for my June wrap-up. Thank you so much for watching this video. Maybe subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of these, and give this video a thumbs up if you like. And I guess I'll see you around. Bye!